Hey guys, Lisa Wimswell Gardener. So it's middle of June and I want to do a June container garden tour with everybody, show you what everything looks like. My containers, I finished planting them out usually around the first week of May. So this is about a month worth of growth. Now some things that you'll see are perennials as well. Of course, those are much farther along, but I'll point them out, which is perennial, which is annual. But I wanted to go around the yard, show you what it looks like. We're going to start here in the front of the house first. This is where a majority of my containers are at, and then we will move around the house. We'd love if you can subscribe to the channel, share with a gardening friend too as well. So I'm going to start first by going over this trough that we have set up. This we actually did. It's a regular trough that we place some holes in it, and then I've got some sky pencil holly over here, and I've got some what do you call it, yellow archangel here. And then I've got a trio of the Picasso Petunias. So I'll bring it a little closer so you can see what that looks like. I have got this thing packed full with plants, you guys. This is Nasturtium, which you saw us plant these out, and I thought that they were gone with the heat, but they are doing amazing. I love this petunia. Gorgeous, isn't it? Guys, look at the nasturtium. Isn't that beautiful? And I actually have, what do you call this? Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus growing here. And my goal is going to be my fall color. And I've got another one right here as well. That'll be my fall color on that side. The green shrubs are Japanese sky pencil holly. I love this view, everybody. Just amazing. And then I have to show you from this perspective, guys, the yellow archangel. It has a mind of its own. I've already trimmed this. You probably saw my video where I was prepping for my garden tour, and I pulled a whole bunch of this out, but absolutely gorgeous. So the next area that I want to feature is right behind me here, that I've got several things in containers. I've got a Japanese maple. I've got a evergreen as well. And so I wanted to show you what does the front of the house looks like. So let me turn the camera around and give you a look. Walking up this way, this is one of my most favorite views in the garden right now. And it's simply, all it is my Japanese maple, my butterfly maple, my Atlas cedar that's in here, and Heuchera, a combination of Heuchera in there. You'll see a different video where I bought the stand, so we'll plan that up with some Heuchera as well. But let's start with the Heuchera that's in a container that comes back from me every year. And we trimmed this up early in the spring. And guys, look at the growth. This is just one plant. How amazing is that? And then I've got another Heuchera. I'm going to try to pop the name on the screen so you'll see what it is. But I love the variation of this. And this area is partial sun. So it only gets maybe 1 to 2 hours of sun a day. And this one here, I forgot what the name of it is. I will pop that again on the screen. And last year, I plucked a daisy in this container. And guys, it came back. I love this maple because during the year, the color just changes on the leaves. So right now, look at the color of that, which is very different than this color. And then as the season progresses, it's just going to get pink, burgundy-ish color. Absolutely gorgeous. And my Atlas cedar, beautiful, beautiful. Finally staked it up, and I decided I'm going to let it trail down this way instead of going tall. So a couple of things that I love about this area, expanding on it a little bit, is I didn't realize that I could grow Japanese maple in this area here. And it wasn't until last year when I went to Pikes and they had maples on sale, and I saw this butterfly Japanese maple. It wasn't on sale. I got it normal, and you saw us plant it out. But I realized I could put a little bit of height in this area, and so that's why we have the maples here. And over time, just by accident, I had found this stand. Actually, my husband found this stand, which I planted with some Heuchera. And then this is a sweet spot to have Heuchera. And I decided, why not put it? Because if you go a couple steps in front of me, it's all full sun. And then this area in the house happens to be mostly shade, and things are doing amazing here. So I am building my Heuchera collection in this area, and it just looks great. So I love it. I really do love it. So, what else do I want to show you guys? Let's show you the containers that is the front of the garage. Let's show you those, and then we'll keep going. Working my way in a little bit in this area just so I can separate this other container from over here. But these are the containers that is by the front of my garage. And in it here, I have a grouping of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 containers, all different height. Started with a tall one in the back, and then I worked my way down. And we planted this up. This is mostly annuals that's in here. So I've got some Zinnia, Lobelia, floss flower, more Zinnia. This dahlia, I'll show you the flowers closer, guys. It's absolutely, absolutely amazing. This one is perennial for me, so it'll come back next year. But the flowers are perfection, perfection. And the container that is my absolute favorite right now is this one here. So I've got Altananthera, I've got some Zinnia that's here, and I've got some Plectranthus. This we snipped. If you remember the video, I'll see if I can pop it in. It was literally one stem, and it has branched out like this. The color, amazing, amazing. And I keep snipping the top, so that's why it looks very branched out like this. And same thing with my Plectranthus. We overwinter these indoors, and Zinnias, we got that from the local nursery. So I'll bring you in a little closer. You can see what it looks like up here. We've got bubblegum, more nasturtium that we had planted out, and I've got a purple fountain grass, but it's shorter right now. So let me bring you in a little closer, and you can see all the details for this one. Sun has gone down, so here is a better look at everything. Starting with the dahlias, guys, aren't they amazing? And my favorite container here is growing in absolutely nice. Altananthera, my favorite. Lobelia is hanging on there. And the nasturtiums we planted from seed, they're now starting to give some flowers. And I want to show you it paired with the sister containers. So when you're looking at the garage area, turn around, and there are the other grouping of containers. So the next thing I want to talk about is this grouping of containers that I have over here, starting with the top one, which the bigger one, I'm sorry. And in the middle, I have a purple fountain grass, and in front, I've got some yellow archangel, dahlia, and I planted this one for a 360 view. So you'll see that I have Dichondra Silver Falls over on that side, and then we have some lobelia as well. Over here on this container, I've got some dwarf zinnia, a Synocio, and I had creeping Jenny already in here. And here I have a combination of color again. I've got the sunflower, which I think it's a Sunfinity. Don't quote me on that one. I've got, what do you call that? Angelonia and Dahlia as well, and some marigolds. So let me bring you in a little bit closer. And you can see what everything looks like. So this is the back part of the container. So you can see I have the purple fountain grass. My Dichondra is filling in really nice. Lobelia filling in really nice too as well. Zinnia. And then I'll show you the front of it so you can see what it looks like. But I love this combo. Amazing combo. So from the front, this container actually has a completely different look. You've got the yellow archangel that is trailing down at the bottom here. I've got coreopsis that I grew from seed. And then you can see the purple fountain grass and then dahlia on this side. Marigolds are starting to pop. The lobelia looks purple in the camera, but it's actually more on the blue scale. And I love the sunflower that just keeps blooming. Gotta come in deadheaded, because the more you deadheaded, the more it should be blooming. And I love this view too as well. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous view. So I want to focus next on this grouping of containers that I have here, which is actually in a diamond pattern. I have 4 containers here. And again, I planted them with a lot of color. I've got Angelonia. I've got some draping that's going to happen here, marigolds. And this container has some, what do you call it, Altananthera, geranium. I've got some black eye Susan, lobelia. And so this one here, it's meant to have a different look when you look at it from the front or the back. So let me bring you a little bit closer and you can see it. These, what do you call it, Verbena bonariensis, basically cell-seeded, and I kept a few of them to give it a little bit of a whimsy look, which is what you're seeing here. So let me bring you around and then give you a closer look of these. So from the back, see how this has a completely different look. So the verbena are the ones that are shining from this side. If you see all of the airiness of them here, hopefully you can see them. I'll bring you in a little closer. Fountain grass, you can see it a little bit more. Zinnia as well. But I love this view as well. So very, very different perspective than when you are looking at it from the front of the house. So these are 4 containers I'm talking about. And actually our scabiosa that we grew from seed, guys, they're having buds. So let's see how that comes out. But I love the color combo. The bright orange with the purple pairs really nice. And I love the creeping fig. Isn't that amazing? I mean, creeping raspberry. I am going to cut this and root it in water because it does root in water. This is the scented geranium, lobelia, altananthera, and guys, I love the coreopsis we grew from seed. And they are flowering. They just look amazing, just dainty. And I should feature this grouping here, but I decided not to in this episode. We'll do that separately. But I do want to show you from this perspective. How gorgeous is that, everyone? Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's chat a little bit about this grouping of container here. So very similar to the one next to it, but a little different, plain combo. So first of all, I have a perennial echinacea in this one here. I've got zinnia and I've got altananthera that's going to fill in this nice area here. The floss flowers are looking amazing. So we put 1 floss flower in here with a zinnia. And up here, guys, this super petunia is doing much better than the other one. I think I'm going to have to do a painful mid-season cutback on it because it's getting a little bit leggy, and if I want a second flush, I'm gonna have to do that to it. So I may do that probably at the end of June or so. But I've got Super Petunia bubblegum, the purple fountain grass, the nasturtium that we started from seed that we planted out early this year that I thought were dying are actually doing amazing. That's a red velvet. The flower is looking really great. And then you cannot see the other 2 containers on the other side, so we have to go look at it from a different perspective because they've overgrown so much. So let's show you that. So from the side, we've got a beautiful dahlia that's coming up here. False flower on the other side, but alternate is looking good. Lobelia needs a little bit of a cutback right now. And we got a self-seeded, what do you call it, self-seeded feverfew that I didn't have the heart to pull out. So that's there too as well. So I really love how this is coming out. Let me turn the camera around and just give you a closer look at it. All right, here you go. I love this echinacea. It's in its prime right now. Flower is just gorgeous. So I don't know if you can see, but I had to pull this container out. All right, pull this container a little bit out. The floss flower is going crazy. The dahlia, I need to stake up a little bit, but it's starting to flower, so this is what it looks like. Zinnias are looking good. I want to show you the red velvet nasturtium flower. I love the dark red. And let's take a look at this scene just quickly because it's gorgeous right now. Just absolutely gorgeous. So the last set of containers I want to feature is more of a grouping of containers rather than individuals. So that's the one that's on the deck. So give you a look at them. Alright, so walking out from the deck, handing slowly. Starting on this end here, this display. So this display, I've got a combination of veggies and flowers as well. The spider plant, I brought it out for the season. It's looking great. Here we've got scabiosa, alternatera, Atrantis, basil, marigolds, that's my mint. And I love how the sedum is just going crazy, doing its thing. This grouping here, guys, I have to show you, this is peak baby's breath blooming. Look at the flowers, everyone. Just amazing. Paired with alternatera, I've got, this container has a fountain grass, the powwow, wildberry, coneflower, zinnias, and then the green stalk, which has, it's growing like crazy. It has basil, tomato, eggplant, lemon balm, celery, parsley, thyme, lots and lots of tomatoes again. And then on the top, we've got several agave and mangaves in container. And guys, our pineapple is doing pretty good. I'm going to have to start staking it up because it's getting large. This grouping here. And veggies, my eggplant, which is my Turkish eggplant, is looking really great. And coreopsis we grew from seed. Gorgeous. If you look from this perspective, all right, everyone. Hopefully that was inspirational. Give you some ideas for containers for yourself either this year or next year. I would love if you can subscribe to the channel, share with a gardening friend too as well. Everything is just popping right now. We're at a peak in middle of June for our containers right now. And from now, it's just all downhill. It'll look a little good in July. In August, they're going to start petering out a little bit. But just love to see what they look like. And things that you plant in the beginning of the year that you don't know how it's going to turn out. And you finally see them grow in. It's just a very, very great feeling. All right. Until next, everybody. Happy gardening.